Hello, welcome everyone to today's video on the prediction for Nifty, Bank Nifty, and the top stocks that we can trade on 29th of November. So we have seen this big red candle again. So what we can understand for tomorrow is, first of all, let's get back to what I was trying to say in the previous videos, and that is how you read the price action. Because at the end of the day, the reason for these videos is not to share or not to tell you where we find good support or good resistance, but it is rather for you to understand why do we see that this particular area is good as a support or as a resistance. So that is more important, to read the chart. Okay, so we can free ourselves from the indicators and cut the noise of the indicators from our charts. So understanding this fall from the top is very simple: fall, retracement, fall, retracement, fall, retracement, or consolidation, and then the fall is continuing. So now tomorrow what could possibly happen is, just give me 1 second. Okay, so tomorrow, because of this new variant of COVID that we are seeing, and it seems to be a little more in comparison to the other variants, it seems to be more deadly. So there are high chances that we might see a gap down tomorrow. Okay, and the gap down could be of any points, 100, 150, whatever it is. If there is a gap down tomorrow and in the initial first 15 minutes, so we'll get into this smaller time frame, because we don't see any good support until the area of 16,650, somewhere around that. So this could be a free fall until this, that's for sure. There could be a possibility that we could be here in next 2 days as well. So let's get into a smaller time frame and understand this. Right, so this is on a 15 minutes time frame, and sorry, let's do 5 minutes. Alright, now on a 5 minutes time frame, as we can see on a Friday, there was a big gap down, and as they say in the markets, that usually the gaps are filled. Alright, maybe on the same day or later, whenever, but they do get filled. But there is another saying that I have read and heard as well, that if there are high possibilities that if the gap has to be filled, it can be filled within the first hour of the day. So it wasn't there, it wasn't happening anything like that. And on the top of it, what really happened in when the market opened on Friday, this was the opening range. There was this gap down, 3 red candles, there was some support on a 5 minutes time frame, but it could not break the high of the day, and then it started falling, and then it started forming lower lows and lower highs. So what can be a possibility for tomorrow? And we are going to discuss all the possible openings. Now there are very less chances that there is going to be a gap up, so we'll discuss only gap down and flat opening, right? So if at all there's a flat opening, and there are very less chances of flat opening as well, but if it does so, and if it is opening around the area of 17,000, we can go short right when it crosses the area of 16,980, or when it crosses the low of first 15-minute candle, right? First 15-minute candle is going to be important to understand whether we are going to have a trending day on the downside, or we are going to have a volatile day, something like this, right? So if we see a break of the first 15-minute candle on the downside, then there are high chances that we are going to see a trendy day like this one, which is lower lows and higher lows. So we can go short as soon as this one is crossing the previous swing low or the low of first 15 minutes candle, because that is going to decide whether the people over here, people on Monday, they would like to, the bulls would like to get back in, and if they think that this is a good area to go long, we would be able to understand this in first 15 minutes itself, right? So somewhere over here we can go short, which is 16,980, and the stop loss is going to be somewhere around 17,050, or we can even put a smaller stop. Well, that depends how the move is in the first 15 and then next 15 minutes. So in order to, if there is a volatile market, then the stop loss is going to be somewhere around 17,050. If there is a trending market, then we can put the stop loss a little above the high of the day, and then we just have to keep on trailing. Although we have a support at 16,650 somewhere over here, but rather than just looking for 1:2, which should be our initial target before we get into any trade, we can always keep on trailing, because there could be a trendy day, as I said, if it breaks the low of or if it breaks 16,980.75 in the first 20-25 minutes, and then keep on trailing. If there is a gap down, and if there is a gap down somewhere around of 100 points, like 16,900, in that case as well, first or initial 15 minutes are going to be very important, because in that case we would like to understand that whether the Nifty wants to come back and fill this gap up in the first 30-35 minutes or 45 minutes. So that if we are gapping down, I would not like to chase that. Very simple. I would like to see how's it forming, or how's it performing around 16,900, somewhere around that. And if it is bearish, I would like to short it somewhere around 16,850, somewhere over here, and then the stop loss is going to be around 16,925.30, and then keep on trailing again for at least a 1:2. That is going to be the plan for Nifty. Now we'll get into Bank Nifty and understand what can we do for Bank Nifty. Now on a daily time frame, Bank Nifty has decisively broken this level, which was an important support area. Now we need to understand this on a daily time frame, that this is basically a consolidation phase. This was a consolidation phase for Bank Nifty, right? So we will have to play a little smart over here. We might or we might not, so that is up to the market. We may or we may not see a big fall tomorrow, because as this was a consolidation area, but there are high chances we will see a big red candle. If there is a gap down, we might not see a big candle. We might see something like a doji maybe, or a hammer. It might not have a big green on the upside. It might have, you know, a red, but then we might see a hammer sort of a candle if there is a big gap down. Okay, so we'll get into a small time frame, but this is an important area that you should be looking for in Bank Nifty, because that's where it spent approximately 2.5 months or so. So let's get into a smaller time frame and understand what could be the possibilities for tomorrow. Okay, so this is for 15 minutes over here, and we don't see on a 15 minutes time frame, where do we see the first support is somewhere around 35,300 or 35,400 over here. Now let's see if there is another big round number that we are able to see. Just allow me. Okay, so it has given a closing below a round number of 36,000, right? So there are high possibilities that there will be a gap down, and the gap down could be of less than 1%. So I'd say 250, 300 points somewhere here. If it is opening somewhere here, 37,750, the plan is going to be the same. And 15 minutes time frame, if it is breaking the low of the first 15-minute candle, we can go short, and the stop loss is going to be the high of the day. And if there's not going to be a flat opening, and if there is, so we can go below, we can go short below the area of 35,900, and then in that case as well, the stop loss in that case could be around 36,100, and then keep on riding it for 1:2 minimum, and keep on trailing the stop loss in that case. So these are the two possibilities, and the first target in any case, gap down or not, in any case is going to be somewhere around 37,400, not even 500 for tomorrow. So that are the levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty that we can look for on Monday. So now we can talk about the stocks. On the long side, I think I have two. Yes, the pharma sector is going to perform well for few days, I believe, because of obviously we have got the new virus thing. So people are going to be a little conservative, and they are going to get into sectors like these, like FMCG, IT and pharma. So on a daily time frame, Dr. Reddy's, we had this big green candle, and we are going to follow the same strategy whenever we see a big green candle, and that is we can go in the past and see as well. After this big, although there was a rejection from the top, but it did not close at the lowest point. If we talk about this candle over here, excuse me, this candle over here, it did not, in this particular one, what we can understand is, although there was a high wick from the top, okay, I'll just, okay, although there was a high wick from the top, but then it did not close at the lowest level, and that is the reason why we were able to see a momentum on the upside. So we see the same thing over here, one big green candle and then the momentum on the upside. If we go back, one big green candle and then the momentum towards the upside on the next day. So we can possibly work for the same tomorrow in Dr. Reddy's as well. We can have the same plan. If it is opening flat, it is going to be the best scenario. If it is opening between 47.50 and 47.60, somewhere here, aggressive traders can go long when it is crossing 47,850. Oh, I'm sorry, 4790 or 4800, somewhere here. At the break of this swing, we can go long, and the stop loss in this case is going to be the low of the first candle, because we are planning, the trade is planned in a way that the pharma sector is going to be bullish. So the low of the first 5-minute candle is going to be the stop loss, and the targets again keep on trailing the targets, because we do not have any such resistance unless it is around 4853. So that's where you should see if you have to book the profit or not. In if there is any bearish candle and the market is also super negative, in that case you can book your profit somewhere around here. If not, then you can keep on trailing, and the next target could be around 4900, 4850, somewhere around that. So that is the plan for Dr. Reddy's. We have the same plan, exact same plan for Cipla as well. We can see on a daily time frame, this was a trend line which it was respecting, but it broke down and then it started consolidating in a very small range of 930 and 890, approximately 40 rupees. So for the plan on a daily time frame, we can understand that this is a very important area of 973 and 986, and if we are good tomorrow, there are high chances that we are going to break this tomorrow itself, unless the market is super negative. If it is super negative, we are going to consolidate over here, and we might be on little on the negative side. But if the Nifty is not super negative, what we can how we can plan this one is, this was the pole, and this can be called as a flag, because whatever we read in textbooks, it does not really, and it does not implies in the same way in the markets. So this can also be called as a bull flag and pole pattern. So any cross above 976 can be played with a stop loss of the first 5-minute candle, or at least 4 rupees, not more than that, 4 rupees for a risk reward. Again, minimum 1:2, and then keep on riding it, because if it is crossing 985, we can see big targets, because there is no other resistance until at least 1000 rupees, which is again a big round number. Alright, so that is the plan for Cipla, which is on the long side. On the short side, what we can plan for tomorrow are 3 stocks. The first one is Godrej Properties. So Godrej Properties is currently trading at a support level, basically, right? So there was this same thing you can read on what we had discussed on Nifty chart. Rally, pullback, rally, pullback, rally. Okay, so if this has to continue tomorrow in a negative market, the plan is going to be very simple. Let's just define the target first of all. It will be around the area of 1940, somewhere around that. And where we can go short in this one is as soon as it is crossing the area of 2075, somewhere around that. If there is a gap down, wait for a while and let it come back to retest this level, because this is at a support level. So there could be a fake breakdown. So if there is a gap down, wait for it to come back to the level of 2055, or if it is not able to cross the high of the day, we can go short, and in that case the stop loss is going to be the high of the day for at least for the target of 1940 or minimum 1:2. That is going to be the plan for Godrej Properties. In Tata Motors was consolidating from a very long time after this all rally, and the two reasons why I've chosen Tata Motors: first of all, it has given a breakdown from this consolidation and it has closed below this level of 1470. So the same plan, first of all, it might come tomorrow to fill this gap on the downside, and the first target is going to be either 1422 or 1434. There could be two targets because this is the high and this is where the gap fills. So on the conservative side, we are going to look for 1434. So the same plan, exact same plan. There's no rocket science if you're able to understand the candlesticks and the important levels and areas. So you would see that there is no need for you to put in any kind of indicators apart from volumes. So we'll talk about the volumes as well in later videos, why or how you can just trade any index just with the help of volumes itself. I've done it, so I think anyone can do it. I'm no unique, that's for sure. So it has formed lower highs and lower lows. So crossing this on the downside 456, 457, we can go short, and the first stop loss could be around 462. It is a big stop loss. I don't personally prefer these big stop losses, but I'm an aggressive trader, so I can have, if I take 10 trades, I can have 5 stop losses that I know, because I work for higher risk rewards. So as for your strategy, define your strategy and understand if at all, but this is a good stop loss, right? Around somewhere around 462, because this is the previous swing high. But then again, if the Nifty is super negative, this stop loss is no more valid. Stop loss could be the high of the day, and that's what we can see. I think, yes, we see this here as well, that the high of the day could have been the stop loss in this particular trade as well, right? So we may possibly see something like this. Okay, so high of the day can be the stop loss and the first target at least 1:2, and then keep on trailing it until 434 or 438, somewhere around that. So that is the plan for Tata Motors. And then we have Axis Bank. Axis Bank is also another thing that I've noticed about Axis Bank, that it is turning out to be one of the weakest stock of Bank Nifty, of this sector. So the same trade plan, exactly same, nothing, again I would say the same thing for the people who are asking on and off that what should be the strategy for different this, different that, and then how should we pick stocks. Picking stocks is very easy. I'll definitely make a video on this as well, and when you will see the video, you will be amazed by the fact that never in life that picking stocks could have been more easier than that, and that's how I do it. So again, we have seen the bearish momentum in the last 15 minutes as well by this candle. So if it is crossing this area, which it will probably, because if we are expecting gap down in Bank Nifty, so this will be a gap down. So if there is a gap down around 655, around this area, wait for it to come back here, and if it is not able to cross the high, short it right there and use the stop loss as a little above the close of the previous day, and then ride it for again minimum 1:2, and then you can ride it until 640. So this will be the trade plan for Bank Nifty and the top stocks that we can trade on 29th of November. I hope this information helps you, and thank you for today, and I'll see you soon in the next video.